A shepherd boy, a towering warrior, one sling, one stone. This isn't just a story, it's a declaration of faith, courage, and divine power. Welcome to Bible Chronicles. Today we journey into the Valley of Elah to witness the most iconic underdog victory in history, David versus Goliath. It was a time of war between Israel and the Philistines. Two armies had drawn battle lines in the Valley of Elah. On one hill stood the army of Israel, led by King Saul. On the opposite ridge, the Philistine forces assembled. Every morning, a fearsome champion stepped forward, Goliath of Gath. Standing over 9 feet tall, he wore a coat of bronze armor, weighing more than a man. His spear was like a weaver's beam, its iron point alone over 15 pounds. For 40 days, Goliath mocked Israel, daring them to send a man to fight him. "Choose a man," he shouted, "and let him come down to me. If he is able to fight and kill me, we will become your subjects. But if I prevail, you shall serve us." Far from the battlefield, a young shepherd named David was tending his father's sheep in Bethlehem. He was the youngest of 8 sons, untrained in war, yet chosen by God for something greater. One day, Jesse, his father, sent David to the front lines with food for his older brothers. When David arrived, he heard Goliath's insults. Unlike the soldiers around him, he was not afraid. Instead, he asked, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" Word of David's boldness reached King Saul, and the boy was summoned. Standing before the king, David said, "Let no one lose heart because of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him." Saul replied, "You are only a young man, and he has been a warrior from his youth." But David answered, "Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear while protecting his father's sheep. This Philistine will be like one of them. The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." Moved by his faith, Saul said, "Go, and the Lord be with you." He offered David his own armor, but it was too heavy. David removed it and chose instead what he knew best: a shepherd's staff, a sling, and 5 smooth stones from a brook. David approached the battlefield, facing the warrior who had terrified a nation. Goliath laughed when he saw him. "Am I a dog," he mocked, "that you come at me with sticks?" He cursed David by his gods and said, "Come here and I'll give your flesh to the birds and the wild animals." But David replied, "You come to me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hand. Then all the earth will know that there is a God in Israel." As Goliath moved in for the kill, David ran quickly toward him. He reached into his pouch, took a stone, and slung it with all his might. The stone struck Goliath square in the forehead. The giant stumbled and fell face down to the ground. Silence fell over the battlefield. A shepherd had done what trained soldiers dared not. David ran forward, took Goliath's own sword, and used it to finish the job. The Philistines fled in fear, and Israel chased them back across the valley, rejoicing in God's deliverance. David took Goliath's head to Jerusalem, and his fame began to spread. But he did not boast in his own strength. He gave the glory to God. The story of David and Goliath is more than ancient history. It's a reminder that no giant is too big when God is with you. David didn't win because he was stronger. He won because he believed. You may face giants of fear, doubt, anxiety, addiction, or failure. But remember this: victory does not come by sword or spear, it comes by faith. What made David stand out wasn't his size or skill, it was his heart, a heart fully devoted to God. What's the Goliath in your life? Whatever it is, trust in the same God who gave David the courage to step forward when no one else would. Thank you for watching this episode of Bible Chronicles. If this story spoke to you, hit that like button and subscribe for more powerful Bible stories brought to life. Share in the comments, what giant are you facing and how does this story inspire your faith? Until next time, remember, when God fights your battles, giants fall.